Welcome to Red Recaps. In today's video, we are going to explain an interesting crime thriller movie, Panic Room. Be sure to put on your seatbelts for an amazing ride. Now let's dive in right away. Meg Altman, a newly divorced woman, is searching for a place to live in New York. She finds a property ad and takes her 12-year-old daughter Sarah to see it. The agent leads her around the large mansion. He describes the former owner, a multi-millionaire who died a few months ago. Meg falls in love with the house and discovers that it has been remodeled several times. She then proceeds to her bedroom, where she is shown the panic room concealed there. The former owner built it to protect himself from attackers, and it was reinforced on all sides with concrete and steel, as well as a heavy steel door. It has a phone line that is not linked to the main line, as well as a comprehensive security system with cameras in every room of the home. Meg finally buys the home and moves in the following day. They repaired a few items around the home that night. Meg reads the home security instructions and turns on the security cameras, which can be seen from the panic room. She then falls asleep. A few hours later, 3 guys were standing outside the home attempting to break in, but finding all the doors locked. Burnham, one of them, enters the residence from the first level. He glances around the home and is surprised to see them asleep, since he hadn't expected to see anybody inside. Burnham walks downstairs to allow in Junior, the former owner's grandson, and Raul, a small-time gangster. Junior is terrified when he discovers that there are strangers inside the home. Burnham recommends they leave, but Junior persuades him that they can still manage it, and Raul would look after the mother and daughter. Meanwhile, Meg awakens and turns on the light in the panic room before proceeding to the restroom. Junior becomes concerned as Burnham leaves, knowing that he cannot complete the heist without Burnham's assistance, and confesses that there's a lot of money in the home and assures that they would not harm anybody. Burnham felt powerless and had no choice but to comply since he needed the money. They decide to go forward with their plan and go upstairs. Meg returns to her bed, but the light from the panic room bothers her. She turns off the light and looks at the security monitor, where she sees them coming upstairs. She discovers that burglars have broken into her home and runs towards Sarah. They pursue her after seeing her fleeing. Meg awakens Sarah and takes her out, but Raul confronts them. They swiftly enter the elevator and go downstairs. Junior tries to open it, but it doesn't work, so he dashes downstairs to apprehend them. Meanwhile, Sarah advises that they enter the panic room. They make an emergency stop and hurry to the panic room, where they enter and lock the door before Junior can grab them. He becomes enraged and destroys everything in his path. Meg attempts to phone the police but learns she didn't connect since it was a different number. Junior is concerned since Meg might have phoned the police, but Burnham was certain that the phone was broken. Burnham is an employee of the home security firm, and according to the company's documentation, the phone isn't linked. Meg discovers the public address system inside the panic room and informs them that she has contacted the police and that they are on their way. Burnham glances at the camera and indicates that the phone isn't functioning, which surprises Meg since he is aware of this. Because they can't speak back to her, they communicate by writing it down and telling her what they want is in that room. Junior claims he will let them leave, but Meg is skeptical. Junior becomes furious and requests that Burnham find a method for him to enter the chamber. But he had been creating those panic rooms for years, and there was no way for anybody to get inside them. Burnham advises that they figure out a means to get them out. They proceed to shut every exit of the home in order to keep them inside once they have gotten them out of the panic room. Later, Junior and Raul devise a plan to rescue them from below, but Burnham says it won't work since they can't even make a scratch in the reinforced steel. They continue though until they discover that what Burnham stated was correct. Burnham locates a propane gas cylinder and injects it into the panic room's air vents. He merely releases a tiny bit in order to frighten them away from the room. Meg detects the gas and they struggle to breathe. She uses duct tape to try to stop the gas, but it doesn't work. Meg discovers a lighter inside, as well as some fireproof blankets. They cover themselves in it, and Meg ignites the fire from the air duct, resulting in a gas explosion and severely injuring Junior. Sarah later discovers a hole through which they can see their neighbor. They attempt to signal him with a light in order to get assistance. The man eventually awakens only to shut the shades and return to sleep. Meg examines the security monitor and discovers that the three of them were not in the bedroom. Meg leaves the room to collect her cell phone, which she discovers beneath her bed but cannot reach. In the process, she drops the light, drawing their attention. She eventually grabbed the cell phone and fled the panic room before they could reach her. They discover she has a mobile phone, but unfortunately for Meg, there is no reception inside. Meg then has the bright idea of connecting her phone to the main line. Burnham suspects Meg is up to something as she is hunting for it and knows she is connecting the phone to the main line. He runs down to the basement to cut the main line. Meg connects the phone and contacts her ex-husband, Steven. But as she is explaining their dilemma to him, Raoul and Burnham destroy the phone line, and the connection stops suddenly. Junior abandons the heist after many futile efforts to open the door and endures excruciating agony. He intends to inform his extended family about the panic room and inherit the funds, but he inadvertently reveals that there is more money in the safe than he previously mentioned. Burnham believes there is more than $10 million in that room based on Junior's estimates. He is upset since he is not receiving any money, but Junior ignores him and they get into a violent quarrel. Burnham furiously informs Junior that he is going to unlock the safe and divide the money with Raoul when Junior is leaving. Junior, on the other hand, dismisses this and opens the door to flee, only to be fatally shot by Raoul. Just thereafter, Steven comes and is instantly kidnapped and beaten by Raoul. When Burnham attempts to stop him, he threatens him with a revolver and tells him to obey his commands. Burnham later requests Steven's wallet. They discover he is Meg's ex-husband and that she has phoned him. He was asked whether he had phoned the police, but he had not. They drag Steven into Meg's room, where Raoul viciously beats him. They make certain Meg notices this and instruct her to open the door. Burnham gets into a confrontation with Raoul when he doesn't stop striking Steven, and he hides the camera to avoid revealing anything to Meg. Sarah's sugar levels dropped unexpectedly because she is diabetic and had a seizure. Meg becomes concerned, since Sarah's shots were in her room. Meg observes the surveillance video as Burnham drags Raoul downstairs, revealing that Raoul became unconscious after they fought. She leaves the room to retrieve Sarah's shot and discovers Steven on her bed. Meg immediately hurries to Sarah's room to take the medication, and we find that the guy laying on the bed is Raoul, who has disguised himself as Steven. Burnham enters the room and finds Sarah ill. Meg takes the medication and returns to her room, but she discovers it in her bedroom. She attempts to enter the room, but Raoul is there waiting for her with a revolver. She shoves him and flees to the panic room, but Raoul takes her away and enters, and Meg manages to toss the medication before Burnham shuts the door. However, Raoul's hand was crushed in it. Burnham refuses to let him enter the door because he believes Meg stole his pistol. Upon hearing this, Meg pulls out his rifle and aims it at the door. Burnham instructs her to put down the pistol and walk away from the door, but she wants him to open the door so she can give Sarah her injection, which he can't do since she has a gun and would murder them both. She instructs him to take the shot. He agrees to do it provided she puts the pistol on the floor and flees downstairs. She succeeds but does not lose the pistol. Burnham unlocks the door and releases Raoul's hand. Meg rushes upstairs to catch them, but he locks the door before she can. They kidnap Sarah and instruct her not to contact the cops. She accepts and begs them to administer Sarah's shot. Burnham gives Sarah the injection and expresses sorrow since those things were not intended to happen. Burnham informs Meg that he administered the shot and that Sarah is safe. Hearing that, she is reassured and goes downstairs, where she discovers Steven seriously wounded. Burnham discovers the safe in the panic room and prepares to smash it open. Later, 2 police officers arrive at the residence, and Meg discovers that Steven contacted the cops before coming. Sarah answers the door and pretends everything is great in order to protect Sarah, and the cops depart. Burnham is relieved and proceeds to drill the safe while Meg takes up a hammer and begins smashing the cameras. They see it, but don't worry, since they still have Sarah. Burnham ultimately cracks the vault and discovers $22 million in bank bonds. They decide to depart and exit the panic room since he got what he wanted. They took Sarah as a hostage and went downstairs. However, Steven takes Burnham at gunpoint and orders him to leave his daughter, while Raoul hides behind Sarah. Burnham assures Steven that he is not in any danger, since they are going and that he will never see them again. Raoul knocks Meg over a banister with a hammer and knocks Raoul over a stairway, just as they are ready to liberate Sarah. Burnham takes that opportunity and runs. Raoul crawls back upstairs, and since Steven couldn't shoot a perfect shot due to his damaged arm, Raoul overpowers them. Raoul beats up Meg and is going to smash her with the hammer, but Burnham returns and fatally shoots Raoul. Burnham hurries to the backyard to flee, just as the police force barges into the home, suspicious of Meg's strange behavior, and captures Burnham while scaling the wall. They tell him to drop the ties he's holding. It disperses in the wind, and Burnham is arrested. A few days later, Sarah and Meg look for a new home in the newspaper while recuperating from the horrific incident. Wow, what an intense, thrilling movie. If you love this film, leave a comment down below. If this movie intrigued you, check the links down below to watch it firsthand. Also, subscribe to Red Recaps and hit the notification bell to be notified of future videos. Thanks for watching Red Recaps. See you in the next video.